Now that I'm at the airport, just had this wonderful experience on this long trip through Chile to Argentina. I'm just stuck with this thorn in my butt with a singular question. How can I double my income from here with doing the same amount of work? Because I want to be able to take these kinds of trips and not worry about any sort of cost and do whatever I want whenever I want to. I have a very high degree of freedom right now, but I could double my income from here, which is my current short term goal. That would be ideal. So, how do I do that? I am not going to just take on a few more $4,000 to $5,000 per month clients. What I really need to do is find a client that can pay me $15,000 to $20,000 per month. So, how do you do that? How do you find a higher leverage opportunity? Well, I think I have a way where I can do that with Ken if I create some sort of product with him and get 20% of the revenue that we could generate or the profit and just do all the work for that. I could probably generate another 15, 20 grand a month from that. How do I automate that though? To where I'm not working 150 hours per week. And then how can I do that on mass scale to where I can take on 3 or 4 other clients making, 20 grand a month each? That's what I really need to figure out if I want to take this to the next level. And I don't have an answer because if I did, I would be making that kind of money, which I am not. So that is more so the problem that I now have. And I need to solve it because living the super high end lifestyle is so much better than I think people realize, just from a quality of life perspective. And I happen to like a lot of the finer things in life, very good steak, and then that's pretty much it. But I'm going to work hard to make sure I get that. So that's what I'm going to be thinking of, and probably reverse engineering over the next few days as to how I can get there. How can I double, triple, quadruple my income? Maybe double it in the next 8 months, and then over the next few years, have it compounding a lot more than that. It's really going to come down to setting up some sort of automated system that can crank it out on its own. And that's going to be a mixture of people and better processes and using some sort of, I don't know. I don't know. I know I can do it. I could double my income right now, maybe. But I would just be taking on a lot more low paying clients. If I take on another 5 clients that are paying me $4,000 per month, I would be making 20 grand a month from that. But the juice isn't really worth the squeeze. When you hang around hyper successful people, they make you think in terms of much more leverage. And I've been waiting for a higher leverage opportunity, but I think you just got to create it. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to just I'll be walking through the process every single day because that's really where my mind's at. This is so fun doing these types of things. It would be so much nicer if I was flying first class on a nice little bed or something back. Which, if I doubled, triple my income, I probably would do that. But anyway, I'm at the airport. I'm exhausted. All I want is to figure out how I can really juice up my income. And I have a few ideas, but they're not fully conformed yet. So I don't want to talk about them because I don't have any real plan or action. But I would say the most successful people I know, they don't really come up with a plan before they do something. They first decide that they're going to take action and then figure out the plan after. I was, just for example, after we were done with the drive, or on our last day when we were driving from Chile to Argentina, doing nothing but gold, silver, and Bitcoin, it was the most spectacularly fun road trip ever because there was some sort of challenge involved. There was some stakes, or like actual high stakes, not the food stake. And at the end, George was just like, let's do this again. So we thought, where would be fun? Where would be educational, but also somewhere where we'd actually want to go. So we were going to Turkey and we were going to drive to some other country, the beginning with a B, that has the F1 race September 15th. So we're going to go September 1st to September 15th and do this a similar style road trip for 2 weeks. But we didn't plan it out. George just said, let's do it. Let's book it. Then we'll figure it out later. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And it's already settled in because we made the commitment that we're going to go. So we're doing, or it was really George. He does this with everything. He's like, oh, let's, instead of saying, let me think about how I can do this, he's like, well, we're going to do it, and then we'll figure out how we're going to get it done afterwards. And that's what I see amongst most super successful, at least business owners. They do first, then figure it out later. But you just have to have trust in your ability to make it happen later. This vacation, it was not really a vacation, but this trip would have been so much different if you planned out every aspect to the minute of the activities that you were going to be doing. And you would not have had the unique experiences of just walking down a lane and saying, you know what, this looks pretty good. Let's go check it out. And then you check it out and it leads to something. Some people would call that risky, but just if you have trust in your ability to make it happen, then you just get it done. But I got a few hours until my flight, so I'm gonna think about this. I don't know what conclusion I'll come to. Probably end up just going broke. Anyway, goodbye.